everybody! This week I'm going to show you how to make these awesomely easy fall table decorations. I love coming up with easy autumn decorations, and this one is super easy. It's inexpensive and will add beauty to any fall arrangement. These take hardly any time to make, and I can't wait to show you how to do these. So let's get started.
Here is what you will need to do this project. Leaf garland. I use the kind of garland that has the shiny leaves. The one that I use has a dark copper color, but I also have some that has more of an orange color. Today I saw a multicolored garland at Dollar General. I bought mine at the Dollar Tree. The garland is made with wire, so it makes it really easy to wrap around the branches. I also use a couple of the colorful leaves that you can buy in packs at the dollar store. Yup, you guessed it. You will need branches.
What I'm doing is I'm cutting off pieces of sticks with a lot of twiggy parts so that I can pick the sticks that I like the best to go in my decoration.
Wire cutters for my garland, scissors, and shears. Ribbon that I got at the Dollar Tree, and cranberry decorations are optional. You will also need a jar. An old jelly jar or a mason jar will do just fine. The last thing that you will need is something to fill your jar with.
For this one, I use pinto beans, and this one, I use red beans, but you could use kidney beans, mixed beans, black beans, and even popcorn. Use your imagination to make your decoration match your table arrangement.
Let's get started. The first thing I do is pick a few of the loose leaves to go in my jar. I like the leaves with the sparkles. Now I partially fill my jar with dry beans. I use just enough to hold my leaves in place. I tuck my leaves between the beans and the jar, like this. Be sure to put the pretty side of your leaf facing out. I only use 2 leaves for this jar. Now I fill the jar with the beans enough to cover the leaves, but give me enough room to arrange my sticks. I use my shears to trim off the twigs that I would like to use for my project. Then I loosely place them in the jar to get an idea of how many twigs I want. And these are all the twigs that I will be using. Now we wrap our twigs with our garland like this. I simply wrap it around and around until the whole thing is covered. Let me show you how I wrap the V's in my branches. I start at the top of one end of the V and then end at the other end of the V by using my wire cutters to cut the garland. Do not be afraid to cut your garland when you need to. The wire makes it really easy to pinch and hold onto the twigs. Now it is time to make our bow, so let's get our ribbon out.
You can make your bow any way you want it, but I wanted to add a little extra color to my bow, and that is why I added the cranberries to mine. You could get cranberries or other decorative things at the craft store, and I know that they have a wide variety in the fall section at the craft store, but this is how I made mine.
I cut my ribbon to the size that I will need to wrap around the top of my jar and make a bow. I tie a simple knot around the top like this and make sure that the ribbon is the same length on both sides of the knot. I use one of my cranberry stems to twist around the center of my knot to hold it where I want it. I slide the ribbon off of the jar to make it easier to twist. I fold one side of my ribbon over and hold it in the middle like this. Then I do the other side. Now I use a second cranberry and wrap the wire around my folded pieces to hold them in place. I do the same thing with the third cranberry. I fluff up my bow and make it look nice, and then I stick it back on the top of my jar. The last thing I do is to put my finished twigs into the jar and arrange them the way that I like them. I think this decoration is so awesome.
I have another video that I show you how to decorate your branches by making leaves out of coffee filters. And if you want to see that video, I'm going to put a link to that down below so it's easy for you to get to. So go check it out. I hope you enjoyed watching me make my table decorations today, and I hope it inspires you to give it a try too. I'd love to hear from you if you do. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Question: can we pet a dragonfly? The answer is absolutely yes. Yay!